Oh, boys and girls, times they are a-changing. Hey guys, Mason here, Cardinal Gaming. We are going to talk about something that has been looming and being discussed. Hushed. Whispers only. But something that is now coming out and being more evident. Now that we are deep in the thick of Pokemon hype and just the race to find sealed product of any kind is just reached its peak. Look, for example, I even have how about these guys? They're just little metal tins, but they have 2 Fates Collides packs in them. So it's sealed Pokemon. It's packs, right? You want to bust packs? Here you go. I got some Fates Collide for you. Steam Siege. I wish they were Steam Siege. It's Fates Collide, but yeah, I got a bunch of these and Ultra Prism. Some of those too. But stuff like that. It's just everything, anything is being gobbled up. And obviously, we're seeing from distribution a lot of changes in how they handle Pokemon, just in general. And it's since Chilling Reign has been officially announced, and kind of, what's the stuff, once you get product images and stuff like that, distributors start putting that kind of information up on their website and kind of putting numbers out to for people to pre-order and stuff like that. So that's what I'm looking at right now. And I've got some emails about some things that's changing from different distributions. And again, distribution is different, not just across the country, but worldwide. Prices vary, their policies vary, whether they do waves or whatever they do. All that stuff varies from company to company. And sometimes within the company, from warehouse to warehouse. Because distribution companies have warehouses all around, they might have 5, 6, 7 around the country. So, and they all have different rules that they follow. So, just something to think about. But this is just some of the information that I'm getting from my end. Obviously, with stuff that is extremely limited, stuff like the last little wave of Hidden Fates that I got back at the end of January. I bought those, the last ones that I had. I just sold them probably a week ago. The last Hidden Fates that I had, ETBs. I had to pay $150 and an ETB from distribution to get those. And at the time, the prices were pushing $200, so I was happy to do that. I think I ended up selling them for $180. Just try to get, that's $30. I made $30, but I had to put out $150 to do it. So it just ties up a lot of capital if I had bought a ton of that. So that's something to think about. But other than that, standard product has been pretty stable, especially with battle styles, new release, and stuff like that. Prices have always been the same. There's people out there that are saying, the distributors are raising the prices on us, blah, 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 blah. Not on new stuff. New stuff has always been the same price. I'm paying the same price for Elite Trainer boxes that I have been paying for Elite Trainer boxes since all this started. Same thing with booster boxes. I've been paying relatively the same price, maybe $1 or $2, nothing crazy, relatively the same price. Unless it's been stuff that's way out of stock and they get a restock, because distributors have to buy from other companies sometimes, or they'll buy from a different distributor even. So they got to make their money too when they buy it, and buy from other people that have stockpiles of stuff that maybe somebody's hoarding a bunch of Darkness Ablaze, and they bought a bunch of pallets of it, and the distribution company wants to buy it to distribute it out so that their customers have it. They might buy it for a premium and then push that along to the next person. It happens. Part of business, part of distribution, part of sourcing product. It's just you got to do what you can to get it. So, but prices have been relatively the same until an email I got from probably one of the larger distribution companies in the U.S. I don't want to... okay, I'll say. Alliance came out and sent out an email to put out numbers. Alliance is pretty big. They have a lot of special ties with Specialty Product, and they worked really close with Asmodee, which is Fantasy Flight, for a long time. And the prices that they are pushing, that they put in this email for a Chilling Reign booster box, is more than 10% higher than typical prices, which I've never seen before on a new product. That's totally insane to me. That's new. It's like, hold on. I went to my main distributor, checked their prices. They're the same. So it makes you wonder, where are these price hikes coming in, and who's making more money? Because clearly it's not Pokemon making that more money, which would be smart. If Pokemon just said, hey, you know what? Let's just raise the prices across the board. Everybody has to pay this new price. No. Obviously, a distribution company, for dealing with all the hassle that they do, and they do have to deal with a lot of hassle. My sales rep from my main guy, he says that every couple hours, Pokemon guys are calling him saying, hey, you guys got any more in? Did anybody cancel an order? You got just a couple boxes. I'll take them. And he says he gets that all day, every day, from the same 10 accounts that are brand new, that have just started in the past couple months. And these guys just trying to get any product they can. And he says it's insufferable. It's crazy. And it annoys him a lot. And so it makes sense that, these new accounts are tying up these reps' time. Yeah, that's money that they could be doing other stuff, working with other customers, stuff like that. Makes sense for them to increase the price, but 10% is it's a little steep there, guys. That's a lot. It's a lot of money. So, that was something new. Elite Trainer boxes and all that other stuff that normally comes out with a standard set, those are all the same. So nothing new there. But yeah. But I'm going to go back to another email, which I haven't pulled up. I didn't want to forget it. I'm just going to paraphrase it. I'm not going to go and read the whole thing exactly verbatim to you. But basically starts out, starting with battle styles and then going forward with Pokemon. They were going to take a couple of new steps in doing things. We believe it's our job as a distributor to have product available, especially to support stores that have supported us for years, some of them for decades. And this is very difficult in the current market. Absolutely. Makes sense. To support this, we decided to spread out the extra battle styles that we have into waves, and into the 3 waves at regular wholesale pricing. That's pretty good. That's nice of them. To help as many retailers as possible and to have product in stock for as long as possible, we're limiting the purchases to 3 boxes every 7 days per account. 3 boxes. Okay. I guess, if I didn't have anything, that's fine. But even if I did have stuff, I'm going to take the 3 boxes, no matter what. But okay. That's a thing. That's a way to do it. Let's say that. So this kind of counteracts what they said in the previous paragraph about, taking care of their long-term customers. Stores have been with them for years and decades. When you say, no matter what, everybody gets 3 for 7 days, that's the rule, no exceptions. It just seems kind of silly. This is not my main distributor, so it is very silly to me for me to come along, and they know they're not my main, but I get product from them, and I appreciate the product. That's not the point. But at the same time, I should not get priority over somebody that's been with them for decades. That's just a business philosophy that should exist, and we got to protect and support the guys that have been in the game with you and stuck with you for the longest to, pick up the good and the bad, just trying to help them out, do a little kickback, help them out where they can. And it's just an interesting stance that kind of counterbalances what they've been doing previously, because most times the way it works is the person and the accounts that spend the most money with a company normally gets the biggest portion of the product. And then it's normally a fixed percentage, and then whatever the percent, let's say they get 60% and everybody else gets 40%, and they'll either do it by sales rep, or maybe they'll go by warehouse or however they divide it, and they'll divvy it out that way to fill allocations to whatever amount they can. That's the way they used to do it, and obviously this company and other ones out there are obviously looking at ways to make sure, try to come up with a fair way to do it. And I understand that, and I think it's important to not starve other businesses because you want to solely serve the ones that have been here the longest and spend the most with you. I get that, because that's not how you continue to grow your business, because those accounts are just going to go elsewhere and buy products from somebody else. So yeah, that doesn't really help. But it's just a weird time. And when I started this business 5 years ago now, the amount of stuff that have changed, and it seemed like, and I've been told, have just been the way it's always been, to how it is now. And these changes that have happened in the past couple sets of Pokemon even have just been kind of sweeping and absolutely reforming of how distribution and hobby stores distribution works. It's very fascinating, interesting to see just how much a product shortage and how these companies respond to that. So when people said, "Oh, they're raising the prices for stores, so they have to make the prices more," that didn't used to be the case. Now it is. We're seeing, again, if Alliance was my main distributor, I'd be, very upset that I have to pay this higher price when I may be able to log on and go to another distribution company and see that the prices for them have not changed. That's not to say that they won't change. My main guys might go and say, "Hey, they're getting box, and I'm only getting." So why am I doing that? That could happen. That could absolutely happen, to where they just forget all this, and we're all just automatically paying 10% more for stuff. And of course, stores have to pass that on to you. So, whereas I would be selling booster boxes for $110, they're now going to be $120 if I have to pay that new inflated price. There's no way around that. That's just how this has to go. And the race to the bottom is just impossible at this point. You just can't do it anymore when these prices are so much. So, point is, moral of the story, roundabout way of explaining that the hobby market at an LGS level is changing fundamentally, and that prices going forward are going to be very different from how they were before, and that even going forward in waves and the product waves and the pricing for out of stock product prices increases on that kind of stuff, and basically whoever wants it the most pays the most, and you just got to be, that's just how it is. Whether this all goes back to normal after the hype dies down, who knows? I have never seen any company in the history of time go, "Hey, everything's back to normal. Let's lower these prices back down." It's never happened. PSA is not going to lower their submission prices back down after they get through this stuff, and these distribution companies are not going to lower these box prices back down 10% because they automatically have this big stock of them. Just not going to happen. So, yeah, these cheap box prices, they we'll never see $90 booster boxes, $95 shipped booster boxes anymore. It's not possible anymore, just with these new prices. But yeah, guys, that's a little insider scoop about what's going on, and it's getting interesting. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. Remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one.